so I can't listen to it myself. Anyway, let's go down to the subject for this evening. So I think I'll keep this to something like half an hour, 45 minutes. And the topics of the day is, the first is thanks to my viewers in India. We have now pushed the channel over into a new viewer count record. And I looked up the statistics, and that's mainly driven by viewers from India. So, thanks. And to celebrate that, I'm drinking some, what is this called now? Spicy Indian chai tea. It's actually very nice. Yeah, and then the actually interesting thing is it's driven by mainly an interest in one of the videos that I made quite a while ago. It's called the Soundbar LG SJ3 unboxing and install. So I could actually just have a quick look at that if I can bring it up. Just a sec. I'll have to do it here. Just getting ready. Let's see if this will work. Oh, wait. Need to change the window. Yep, here we go. Yeah, so it's the channel homepage, and then it's this one that's driving the lots of the views. I bought, wait, if I click on it, there we go. We get the full-sized version of it. And we could keep it running. I'll just put the sound down a bit. You can see some of my vidIQ statistics for Now, vidIQ is actually quite a good piece of assistant software that you should install if you're actually the YouTuber. I'm actually paying for it. And the cool thing about this video is that, like you see, it has 16,000 views, and the like ratio is less than the like ratio is quite low. It's for those that don't like it a lot. Well, then of course 131 not disliking it compared to the number of viewers. It's not that much. Or the number of views. Anyway, what I was thinking of saying, that I actually bought one of these and then I installed it for one of my kids, and I ended up liking it so much that I actually rushed out and bought another one, and it was the only one they had left in stock, and they weren't actually going to sell it because it had a hole in the box. So I actually had to convince the seller to give it to me. And I said that I would take responsibility if it's damaged, because they took it out of the shelf because they weren't sure if it was in good shape. But they had a very good. I mean, one of the reasons was it's very balanced quality with price at the time I bought it. And they're still in use. I bought. When did I buy this? The 2nd of October 2019. And now we're in October 2020, so yeah, they've been in use for over a year. And now you actually have the soundbar part, and then you have a separate wireless subwoofer. And they're actually installed for the computers to use. So I have a Bluetooth. One of them has a Bluetooth link, and then one of them I'm using a fiber optic cable. Toslink connection. Oh, here I'm explaining about those ones. The studio is quite different from what I had right now after a year. Oh, it's nice to find these deals. Nah, that was one of the questions I had for any viewer who knows why is this being of big interest in specifically in India right now? Because it's as I said, it's generating lots of views right now. So is it like on sale there, or is there a campaign with this, or it would be interesting to know. Yeah, that was actually a detail that on the packaging you couldn't see that it had. I don't think you could see it on the packaging anywhere where that it actually had a remote, and it's not even in the picture here, but it actually does have a remote. Okay, but if you find it interesting, you could actually go watch this video yourself. So I think we get into other subjects. And that would be interesting just to show you what's of interest in India from my channel right now. Oh, here you can see 14%. That's being watched from it, or the total number of views. Yeah. Let's see what's on the agenda for the next topic then. Yeah, and mixed commentaries, just to go through some stuff that is ongoing. And I mean, if you want to discuss something or ask a question, just throw it in the comments. I will actually bring up the live studio here so I can actually see if there's anybody online. Current views is 1. So it seems like we picked up somebody at least. No, actually it's 1,000 viewers. The truth is not very many join into the live sessions. You see from a few join and a few leave, so that doesn't really mean. But I thought I'd just run these anyway. It's kind of cool to be able to just talk about more like real-time activities that happen in the channel. Lots of the videos that I post, they can be from whatever time period. They're not exactly in the same time sequence as. I mean, the way they go out can be different from the way the timing and the way they've been produced. Yeah, and then I was thinking this soundbar LG SJ3, depending of course what price you get it at, you always have to check the price and compare it. But I think it was, when I bought it, it was good value for money, and that was a year ago. So I would expect it to be cheaper now. And as I said, still working. Yeah, I've been building a dedicated gigabit Ethernet network in my house. So that means running Ethernet cabling around the house and having switches and reconfiguring my internet access so that I actually have a central switch. And it's nearly, actually it's already in use. And I have a couple of videos about that if you want to watch it. And got the 3D printer running here in the background. I don't know if you could see it. Can't really see it. It's producing one of these protection boxes. Besides the cabling I'll be running on the outside of our windows. So I had an objective that it would be the installation should be 0 holes in the walls approach. So I'll actually have a way where the cabling is run outside and enters each area or room through the window. with a flat cable. You can see all the details in the video. So, but anyway, it's pretty much commissioned, and I have a few more places I need to just connect the switch in and put some more wires in place. And it's really great having this 3D printing stuff, because actually I could show that. I wonder if I still have it open. And this actually leads into the next subject. I think I had this as the next subject. You should see I'm not rushing too far ahead. No. So let's see if I can. Oops, that's the stats. See, I just need to change this. There, that one. See if it'll come up. Yeah, here we go. So I've been if you watch one of my videos, I posted that I was using Fusion 360 quite happily as the free version for a while there, and then Autodesk suddenly decided that it's going to change the licensing agreement. It's going to take away stuff that used to be available and do some restrictions on how many open projects you can, or open files you can have while you're building stuff. And then they kind of like hinted that no, we might. I bet you can watch the video anyway, it's out there. And anyway, so then I actually went. I had been using FreeCAD before I picked up the free version of Fusion 360, but now I've actually gone back to FreeCAD 0.80, and I've been actually more in-depth learning how to use this. I think it's kind of working. So I've been designing, for example, this is a protection box for the Ethernet cabling that exits the or comes in and goes out the window. So then at that low part of the window, then you get it's going to have a protection box over it, protect it from dust, and to protect the mainly to protect the ends of the cables from dust and water. And yeah, I don't know, it's pretty similar to Fusion 360. I think I don't know, both of them have their positive things and their drawbacks. So I don't really consider one or the other better than the other. I mean, Fusion 360, if one takes it on a very raw level, what they try and do is they try and hide away functionality as much as possible to make it to be perceived as an easier program to use. But the drawback of Fusion 360, if there is a drawback, is that basically they hide away a lot of constraints that are created. And when they do that, you actually can't see what's bugging your design. Let's see if I take. It would be a very simple example. This one here. Yeah. Not a very good example. It has no constraints. Need something with constraints. Where would I have that? Something like this. Oh, I want the mold. That's Pocket. Of course, this is demoing anything that you try and demo. Yeah, here we go. I just wanted to show an example. I mean, in Fusion 360, the actual constraints are a little bit more subtly hidden away, so you actually don't get them. But in FreeCAD, you actually have direct access to them. as a list, and then you can actually delete constraints and stuff. And as I said, FreeCAD, they don't try and hide anything. So, as you can see, the menus get very cluttered, and you have